Imagine transforming your biggest setbacks into your greatest strengths. Science shows that your challenges aren't just obstacles, they are the building blocks of your resilience and success. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. So wonderful to have you here, and welcome to our week 2 of our 4-week gratitude powered life transformation series. I'm Dr. Ayguen Sahin, and today we are really diving deep into the power of reflection and how it can turn your challenges into successes. Yeah, I mean, I have been through that my entire life, right? And I mentioned this also in my previous video, week 1, how I am really, I would say, the world champion of turning obstacles into successes. Also watch my United Nations Award video, and that's the definition of overcoming obstacles for success. Watch that video. I will link this video down below. Okay, so now let's dive deeper into the science of resilience. Research shows that resilience isn't just born, it's built. A study in the Journal of Personality found that resilience can be developed through experience that challenges. Neuroplasticity, which is our brain's ability to rewire itself. We talked a lot about rewiring your brain in the week 1 video. Definitely check that out. I have also my own experiences and examples for that, so please check that out. Plays a crucial role in building resilience. Studies indicated that facing and overcoming challenges can strengthen neural pathways associated with coping and problem solving. A study published in the Harvard Business Review found that employees who spent 15 minutes reflecting at the end of their day performed 23% better after 10 days compared to those who didn't reflect. Reflection activates the prefrontal cortex, which is the part of our brain responsible for complex problem solving and emotional regulation. Now let's talk about turning setbacks into stepping stones. And I mentioned this in week 1, so here we go. This is the explanation of this. Post-traumatic growth, not post-traumatic syndrome, PTSD, right? Post-traumatic stress disorder, but post-traumatic growth, PTG, is a psychological phenomenon where people experience positive changes as a result of highly challenging life circumstances. Research shows that 50 to 60% of people who experience trauma report positive changes in their lives as a result. I can definitely say, as a person who is in the field of cancer for 25 years and who is working with cancer patients for the last 12 years, I've also seen in a documentary, actually it was a TV show in Germany one day when I flew back there. I was in my sister's home and she went somewhere and I was at home. My nephew was in kindergarten or something. And so I was waiting at home and I was just going through the television, and there was this program where cancer patients, like 3 cancer patients, I think it was all breast cancer, breast cancer patients with their husbands. So they were talking about their experiences with breast cancer and after breast cancer survival, and some of them had mastectomy, and how they felt and also how their husbands reacted to that. And so I never forget that, because at that time I was still at Harvard, so I haven't started my cancer nonprofit yet, but that never went out of my brain, because one of the ladies said that she was so grateful for this. She said, I know when I say this, people would be saying that I would probably be crazy or would probably be angry at me, but I would definitely say that I was so grateful for this experience because it taught me so many things. That cancer taught me so many things, and then she overcame it. And I think that also helps a lot. Let me tell you this, by overcoming diseases too. No one talks about this, but it's the truth. And so that when she overcame it and she looked back and said the whole journey she had, the whole process, and her own emotional, mental, physical development or changes, really she was like, this was like a flipping time in my life. I don't know if you ever had a flipping moments in your life, like this key moment where you said, this is like my life changing moment. And at that time would come probably so disastrous, but then you will see how you change your life 180 degrees. I had experience like that in my PhD time in Germany. I had a horrible time during my PhD with my colleagues, and horrific colleagues, and I had a severe, literally PTSD from that, and the challenges to overcome that I've been through, and I changed myself and worked on myself. That's why I keep saying I am this world champion of self-help, because at that time no one else could help me and I was on my own, and I had to somehow keep pushing through and finish. And I had 3 years of my PhD still in front of me. So PhD was 4 years. This was in the first year. And so I had still 3 years to push through. So I had to, and that was one thing out of the sudden came to my mind. Out of a sudden, I rewired my brain. I said something, a sentence, like I did my cards, right? Like the sentence that I said to myself that helped me to overcome these situations, I put in those in cards. So I definitely recommend you to get my cards, and the journals accompanying these cards are also in process, will be available in 2025, okay? Beginning of 2025. So in the holiday time, I hope this will be up for sale. So that sentence I said to myself was the click point of rewiring my brain and start to push through and make it possible that I push through the next 3 years and finish my PhD with magna cum laude. And then I had a phenomenal job after that to build a neuro-oncology laboratory for 1.5 years, and then I had a position at Harvard, and I went to Harvard. I mean, and me as a person changed like 180 degrees. And that horrific PTSD moment was the key of my life, not only life, my own personal development, me as a person to change 180 degree and become the person I am today. And so I'm not saying this was easy. I'm not saying this was like, oh, thankful this happened. No. When you went through that challenge, through that you learn and you grow. That's the difference. And that's what the PTG is, the post-traumatic growth. Let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced anything like this, where you had a huge traumatic event and then you pushed through it, you rewired your brain, and then you said, okay, that's it, this, and then you were like, okay, then your turbo is on, like your motor, you kick your motor in, and then you're like, and then you literally grow like a maniac. And that's why I keep saying I'm the world champion of self-help. And this is exactly what it is, the post-traumatic growth, PTG. Let me know in the comments if you experience anything like this, okay? Now let's talk about the power of journaling. And if you haven't already, definitely check out my Inner Royalty journals. They are available on Amazon, and please also check out my 30-day journaling challenge on my YouTube channel. Check the playlist and please start ahead, because that is again one of the things that totally changed my life, literally saved my life. my emotional, mental, and physical health. Let me tell you that for the last 2.5 years, for sure. A study in Journal of Experimental Psychology found that writing about traumatic events or emotional upheavals significantly improve physical and mental health. Journaling helps process emotions, gain new perspectives, and identify patterns in behavior and thought. Now let's talk about building inner strength through adversity. Adversity can lead to increased emotional regulation, improved problem solving skills, and enhanced self efficacy. Studies show that people who faced and overcome significant challenges often report feeling stronger and more capable in face of the future difficulties. Yes, 100,000,000% me. So let's talk about the practical steps you can do to actually use your inner strength, okay? Start a reflection journal. Again, use my inner royalty journal. In that journal, I specifically designed it so that you speak with your inner royalty, and immediately you increase your self-worth and self-value, and you immediately feel happy. This is how I designed it, and this is how actually the proof is in the 30-day live videos. You can see it on my face there as well. Write in these journals about a significant challenge you have faced this year or this month or the last month. Just write down just recently really a significant challenge. Identify lessons learned. List 3 key takeaways from this experience. You can add more, but just simple, what are the takeaways? Write down the takeaways, like how did it help you to actually grow, or what you took out of it, right? Note one way you can use this experience to empower your future. This is so critical because it immediately comes to you, and it's like a muscle you're training, and every time you feel this challenge, you're like, I overcame the other thing, like it was like 10 times bigger than this. I can overcome this. I mean, it gets easier and easier and easier. I mean, when you overcome these challenges, it gets easier and easier and easier, for sure. Remember, every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger. By reflecting on your experiences and recognizing the resilience you have built, you are not just overcoming obstacles, you are transforming them into foundation of your success. This week, I challenge you to embrace our affirmation: I'm resilient. I transform every challenge into a source of strength. Share in the comments, please, with all of us one challenge you have overcome and how it made you stronger. Please write that in the comments. We would love to know. And before I go, I would like to ask you to do 3 things. 1, if you found this video helpful, please give a like and share this with your friends and family. Second, I would like you to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon, because that way you will be informed when I publish week 3 and week 4. And third, please download your workbook that goes hand in hand with this video series. That way you will be able to put it all on paper. It's right there. It's accompanying workbook. You can just start writing in there, okay? So remember, your challenges don't define you. Your response to them does. Let's harness that power together and turn our setbacks into comebacks. I will see you in the next video.